Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato. This is Transport Fever. Indeed it is. Excuse me. Indeed it is. At the end of the last episode, we sort of had a little bit of a problem with the Buzz Lightyear route. I'm not quite sure what transpired that made it so dysfunctional, but something was up with it, and it basically means that we have no wood going here anymore. But that's okay. We'll get over that. We'll deal with it. I'm sure it will eventually fix itself, right? I mean, are any of these trucks even transporting logs? No, they're not. They're not even transporting any logs. What the fuck? What the fuck? Maybe? Ah, I see what the problem is. So when we changed the road, I guess, it made a modification that made the station out with the reach. So that has actually fixed it. Believe it or not, placing that has made a wildly fantastic difference that has now, well, fingers crossed, will resume wood production at all of our 3 forests. Anyway, this is only one minor thing that we need to fix today. And unfortunately, it looks like that's going to be unprofitable for a little while longer. But no big deal over there, right? No big deal. I think that should be fixed, right? Let me just recheck. Yeah, that's definitely within the catchment area of that now. Yep, I'm starting to see a couple of little logs. Are you transporting a log by any chance? You're transporting 1 log. That's great. That's great. That's fantastic. No, I've decided to set myself a little bit of a challenge for this episode. And that challenge is going to be creating our very longest route ever, right? And it's going to be going from Birchwood, in fact, maybe even Brackley. Maybe we could do it from Brackley. Maybe from Brackley all the way across to Petworth. Petworth? I think that's how you say it. Anyway, the reason that I decided upon this route is because I kind of expressed my my opinions with the Tymoteusz Bad Girl. Like, it was really, really nice to see, you know, such a gorgeous train going all this way, but it takes a really long time for not that train, the other train. It's not even this one. It's this one here, the Mr. Connector, right? Oh, whoa. There we go. The Totness, this isn't the Totness Bad Girl, this is the Mr. Connector. The Mr. Connector. I'm really, really excited that this train is working, it's up and running, but it takes an awful long time to get up to speed, and it kind of sucks to see it just, you know, running for such a short distance. So I thought, what would be more fantastic than setting up a lovely, long train route? High speed, fantastic, it works 100%. Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm absolutely very, very excited for this. Train station, high speed, yes. Second Street connection, no, not really. And let's make it a huge one. Like, let's make it literally an epic station, right? We're also gonna make it so that it is a terminus, because I'm not that bothered. We'll also make it 4 tracks, just in case we ever want to do anything more with it, even though that's not something that I can really ever see. But hey-ho, we'll give it a crack anyway. I did say that I was going to get the Framlingham to Brackley. If we do that, we'll just make another station. I mean, it's you know, fuck it. We'll just put all of the stations in Brackley. Literally all of the stations. High-speed tracks. We're just going to have, well, 1 high-speed track, obviously, to start things off. Okay. I don't even think that... Oh, game, you've frozen? Oh, fantastic. I don't even think that this water needs to be navigatable. Like, we can just say, fuck it. Don't really give a shit if the water is not navigatable. 300 kilometers per hour, yes. Is there any other way to do this? I don't think there is. Okay. I'm not concerned with it running perpendicular to the road, but that seems to be a pretty damn straight job, if you ask me. And at 300 miles per hour, or 300 kilometers per hour, the whole way is exactly what we're after. God, this multi-threaded is, what am I talking about? Is optimization over distance, which I think uses multi-threaded processing, which I think is something. Doesn't seem to be doing very well. Yeah, not Not fantastic. Game is stuttering just a smidge. Okay. Bit of a terrain issue here. No matter. It looks like a lovely smooth curve like that through a tunnel should be fine. Oh, and now we're going to be getting into the realm of a bridge. Okay, okay, so we could create the world's longest bridge here. Oh god, this is horrifically slow. Oh god, okay, stop. Okay, I get it. It's a big bridge. I'm sorry, I will never do that again. I'm sorry, I get the picture. Alright, yeah, we'll give that a bash. 2 million for a bridge? That's pretty reasonable. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. Another 2 million for a bridge. I mean, we've got a pretty much unlimited pool of money at this point. I mean, I say unlimited. It's not technically unlimited, but it's unlimited enough that I feel comfortable just doing whatever the hell I want. Whatever the hell I want. Which is kind of it's a nice feeling to have, actually. Okay, let's swing this around. Let's put you right there. I think that's probably a great angle. Road vehicle 122 has reached its lifetime. Don't think that's really going to make that much of a difference. We should be okay. I'll deal with that in just a second. It needs to go from the very rightmost track out this way. And fingers crossed, it's gonna give us a nice path to the track that we've already got. Here's hoping. Without glitching out too much. Oh god, it's laggy. There we go. Alright, that should be 300 along the entire distance of the track. A cool 3 million for the longest track ever. That is a gorgeous bridge, by the way. Now, I'm pretty certain that that will result in 300 miles per hour across the whole length of the thing. I just want to make sure that I've done all the bridges in the appropriate red steel, or whatever the hell the bridge type is called. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good to me. This is a very, very, very impressively long route. It's so impressive that I think that we'll probably end up needing a wide variety of trains running on the line. I don't think it's going to be a simple case of just one single train is enough. I think it's going to require a lot. Okay. Let's... That's a road. What the fuck am I doing? What have we unlocked? The Class E94. Is it going to be the fastest train that we've unlocked so far? I'm somewhat doubtful. That seems more like a trucking train than it does anything else. But what do I know? What the fuck do I know? Okay, let's get this out here. This out here. And this out here. Alright, now I think we can start to merge them all into one. It's this to me is not vital that we get 300 miles per hour here, right? Like, it's vital that we get them merged. Because otherwise, shenanigans start to happen. There we go. And can we merge you into here? Oh, no. Not comfortably, anyway. There we go. That's good enough. And then we'll probably end up doubling up the track for the entire... for, like, the entire distance. That might prove problematic with this, but... there we go. We'll give that a crack. Okay. Will this work? This is fucking this is complicated. But this should allow us to get pretty much everywhere. Yeah, okay. So now, from both directions, we can get to every single station. I think, anyway. Yes, I think. I'm okay, I'm like 90% sure that this is gonna work. 20% sure. Maybe. Okay, let's get a depot, because we're gonna need a depot. We're also gonna need to set up bus networks. Unfortunately, that's the sad reality of the game. This game behaves very badly if you do not give it the required bus routes. Looks like we've already got one bus route here in Brackley. Of course we do, because we've already got a station in Brackley. However, in Petworth, things are not quite so golden. Although, we can rather easily set up the appropriate bus network with just a few clicks of our mouses. Of our mice? Of my mouse? I don't know. What's the correct phrasing of that? Who knows? Opal Blitz. I don't actually have any Opal Blitzes yet. Not for transporting passengers, though. Not for transporting passengers. Set line, new line. What do we even want to call it? Let's call this one, like, End of the Road. Does that sound like a reasonable name? End of the Road. End of the road. End of the road. Cool. That's great. All right, and now the big one is gonna be implemented. The big one is gonna be implemented. I'm going to buy a train. That's what I meant to say. Instead, the big one is going to be implemented came out. How fast is this? 90 kilometers per hour? Yeah, so it's got a lot more power than I think probably anything else, actually. Yeah, this thing's got like 0 power. This thing is actually kind of cool, though, because what we could technically do with this Red Arrow train... Oh, upgraded bus just released. What we could do is we could actually get this train... Like, we could have multiple carriages of this train. Like, we could just buy this train, like, right here. And it would actually probably be cheaper than running this train. And it would also get us a higher top speed. So I think I'm going to do that, actually. I'm just going to buy, like, shit tons. Yeah, look. Buy shit tons of these guys and stick them all on the same train. There we go. 153 thingies. Oh, that's a good point, actually. I didn't think... Let me pause. I didn't think about the length of the track up here. The length of the station up here. It's not long enough. However long it was. I'm like 90% sure that it wasn't long enough. Maybe I'm wrong, but you know what? I'll just replace it anyway. 320. 4 tracks. Ooh. There we go. 300. Yeah. Alright. That seems to be a fine replacement for the station that we just previously had. Alright, let's do it. Let's see if we can implement the big one, as I clearly want to say. Let's set the line. This is, we're gonna call this one End of the Line, I think, just because I'm creatively challenged. Okay. End of the line. That spelling mistake is going to be immortalized. Alright, so this train will give us a higher top speed than our second fastest train line, which is of course the one that operates the Class A4 thing. This one. Because this can only go up to 120 kilometers per hour because the carriages only go up to 120. Now, our running costs are 1.38 million. 138. What the fuck am I talking about? I suppose that was the numbers. However, the train on this line, which we can only access from here, what are the running figures of this? 1.7 million. Okay, so what's our capacity? Our capacity is 108. We've got a slightly higher top speed, a slightly higher running cost. I mean, obviously this is not ideal. If this was an ideal world, then we would just immediately buy the Class A4 and stick it on this route, but also we would have carriages that would be able to go up to 140. I view this as a very temporary solution, let's say. Yes, a temporary solution, but by God, it's gorgeous. Look at the graphics on this. Look at it. Just look at how gorgeous it is. The red is so red. Fuck me. That is nice. Alright, so this is kind of a temporary solution, workaround thing, in order to see well, whenever we get the next level of carriages and fast trains, then that'll be fantastic. But until then, we'll have to make do with train number 9. Train number 9. Swedish train. No, Swiss train. Swiss train. It should, fingers crossed, get up to speed relatively quickly. First electric train arrived. That's a good point, actually. I didn't even realize that that this would be our first electric train. Well, I realized it would be an electric train, but I didn't think it would be our first electric train. But as it turns out, that seems perfect. We've got 3 views of this going on right now. Let's break our previous record. There we go. We've broken it. Up to 125 we go. Very, very, very good. I don't expect to make money on this for quite a while. I do expect to make money on this route, but not for a wee while. Now, the thing is that we're going to have to get trains that are so ridiculously large and so ridiculously fast on this route. That is why it's going to be a challenging prospect to make this a profitable route. But I'm up for the challenge. I really am. I'm very curious to see what the heck is going to happen. But, very, very cool setup that we've got going on here. Very, very cool setup. This isn't a very powerful train, obviously. It's electric, and it's not very powerful. So it's kind of aided by the fact that we've got a whole bunch of, you know, effectively engines, or locomotives, should I say, that are, you know, we'll be able to power it up to 125 kilometers an hour pretty fast, actually. So all things considered, I think we can be pretty happy with this little setup. Thing is, though, what are the customers going to be like? Are we going to see many customers? I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so. Very, very, very hopeful of that. Yeah. Alright, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with this, I guess. Is there any passengers waiting at the Brackley end? Uh-oh. There's no one. There's no one there. In the meantime, let's have a little look and see if our Buzz Lightyear is making money again. Oh. Well, we've frozen. And, the game, as you can see, the little cursor is turning round and round. The game has not presented me with any new vehicles or anything like that. That's very unfortunate. 9 logs, that's pretty good. Buzz Lightyear. How many logs do we have on this train now? 57? 57 is pretty shitty, but it's alright, I guess. Should be aiming for higher, if I'm honest. What about our trains at the main central station of Elstree and Borehamwood? 3rd time's a charm. What's the train that we're currently running with 3rd time's a charm? Because we could probably do an upgrade to that. I think. Is this the flying... Was it a Flying Scotsman as well? This is a Flying Scotsman. It's a 10-year-old Flying Scotsman. We need to double this up. We need to absolutely double this up. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. It should not do that. If it upgrades, it should not just get rid of... Oh, fuck's sake. Whatever. Whatever. Alright, let's get rid of this. Just quickly. Just quickly. I can't delete the track that the train's on, right? I don't think so. Well, in fact, I can, but it just shifts it around and it fucks it up. I need to just high-speedify this little bit of track. Because we want 300 kilometers per hour, if possible. Yeah. Alright, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I suppose I don't really care about fucking up the 3rd time's a charm, because I imagine that we've wiped out the passengers at both ends. Vehicles in the way. Well, alright. We'll connect that up there. Okay. Construction not possible. Really? Really? Really not possible? Well, you know what? That's a pretty good route, right? That is a pretty good route. Let's get rid of this nonsense. And then let's just go straight in there. Yeah. It's pretty impressive, although I have a funny feeling that... What the fuck? I can't high-speedify this because 5 buildings will be removed. To literally just put in a high-speed track? Are you kidding me? Oh. Oh god, this is laggy to fuck. Jesus Christ. Okay, I cannot deal with that. That is a no from me. Okay, well this is good. I feel that we're in a positive position right now. We've high-speedified one little bit. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to have to go through a little bit of a redesign of this bridge, which is a pain in the backside if you ask me. But I will face it. I will face it with a new, fresh face in the next episode, ladies and gents. Thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Over the Potato, and I'll see you next time. Bye.